What are young ones? Young ones are the babies of animal. They are born or hatch from eggs and grow into adult animals. Please note it down. What do you mean by young ones? Young ones are the babies of animals. They are born or hatch from eggs and grow into the adult animals. Next, we will study about what are their names. Young one of cow is called as calf. What it is called? The young one of cow is called as, and the young one of sheep is called as, what it is called? The young one of cow is called as, and the young one of sheep is called as, the young one of cow is called as calf, and the young one of sheep is called as lamb. Now next we will study about horse. The young one of horse is called as fowl. It is called as fowl. The young one of horse is called as, yes. The next animal is goat. We are also called as kids, right? Similarly, the young one of goat is also called as kid. Like humans, we are called as kids of our parents. Similarly, goat is also called as, the young one of goat is called as kid, not goat is called as kid. The young one of goat is called as kid. I think dog is a favorite animal of everyone, right? Dogs are cute, smart, like. So the young one of dog is called as puppy. We all love puppies, right? Different kind of puppies, different colors, right? Yes. So the young one of dog is called as puppy. Young one of dog is called as puppy. Cats are also cute, right? Especially the small cats are. So the young one of cat is called as kitten. The young one of cat is called as kitten. Now comes the king of forest. That is lion. The young one of lion is called as cub. The young one of lion is called as cub. What it is called? Cub. Now the time is up for national animal. The young one of tiger is also called as cub. The young one of tiger is also called as cub. Very good. Now comes deer. The young one of deer is called as fawn. The young one of deer is called as fawn. Now comes our elephant. The young elephant is also called as calf. Calf. And the young one of cow is called as? Yes. Elephant and the cow have similar names of their young ones, which is called as calf. Will you repeat after me? The young one of deer is called as fawn. The young one of deer is called as fawn. And the young one of elephant is called as calf. How many of you are non-vegetarian? May I know how many of you are non-vegetarian? Very few. Okay. Very good. The young one of hen is called as chick. The young one of hen is called as chick. And now the very beautiful word swan. The young one of swan is called as singlet. The young one of swan is called as singlet. The young one of owl is called as owlet. The young one of owl is called as owlet. Now, the young one of duck is called as duckling. The young one of duck is called as duckling. Now comes the animal from Australia, right? The young one of kangaroo is called as joy. Now the young one of penguin is called as chick. Which animal has same name? Yes. The young one of hen is also called as chick. Similarly, the young one of penguin is also called as chick. Bear. The young one of bear is called as cub. The young one of bear is called as cub. The young one of fox is called as kit. The young one of bear is called as cub, and the young one of fox is called as kit. I think for you are all called as monkeys, right? आप सभी लोगों को मंकी बुलाते हैं. हरकतें तो आपकी मंकी टाइप्स है. So, the young one of monkey is called as infant. The young one of monkey is called as, repeat after me. The young one of monkey is called as infant. The young one of monkey is called as infant. The young one of dolphin is called as calf. The other animals whose young ones are called as calf, cow and elephant. Very good. So, cow, elephant and dolphin, their young ones are called as calf. Now comes lazy animal. The young one of pig is called as piglet. The young one of pig is called as piglet. Repeat after me. The young one of pig is called as piglet. Once again. The young one of camel is called as calf. The young one of camel is called as calf. Yes. Dolphin, elephant, cow, camel, all have their young ones name calf. The young one of frog is called as tadpole. No. The young one of frog is called as tadpole. Tadpole is the young one of frog. I can ask you questions reverse also, right? So the young one of frog is called as tadpole. And tadpole is the young one of frog. The young one of rabbit is called as kit. Young one of rabbit is called as kit. Yes. The young one of pigeon is called as squab. The young one of pigeon, squab. Okay. Penguin is the young one of whale is called as calf. Yes. All. Now let me ask you some questions. Right? No. Now let me ask you some questions. Okay? Yes, who I am. I drink my mother's milk and bark when I grow up. I drink my mother's milk and bark when I grow up. Human barks. Cow bark. Which animal it is? Which young one it is? Dog is an animal. The young one of dog is? The young one of dog is? Puppy. So the correct answer is puppy. I drink my mother's milk and bark when I grow up. It is puppy. Now, I become the king of jungle. The young one of lion? Cub. I hop into my pouch. Joy. Kangaroo hops. But in my mother's pouch means the young one of kangaroo. So the young one of kangaroo is joy. The young one of kangaroo is, repeat after me. The young one of kangaroo is, I swim behind mother in a pond. Na. I swim behind my mother in the pond. Duck swims in a pond, right? So the young one of duck is duckling. Very good. I swim behind my mother in a pond. Answer is duckling. I clinch to my mother's back. I clinch to my mother's back. I clinch to my mother's back. Monkey. The young one of monkey is called as? The young one of monkey is called as? Infant. Very good. Now let us solve some more questions. Right? What is the young one of dog is called? Once again, what is the young one of dog is called? What is the young one of cat is called? Once more. What is the young one of cat is? What is the young one of cow is called? What is the young one of cow is called? What is the young one of cow? Calf. What is the young one of cow? What is the young one of horse is called? What is the young one of horse is called? What one of goat is called? What is the young one of goat is called? Kid. What is the young one of lion is called? What is the young one of lion is called? Correct. Answer is cub. Okay. Thank you for today's class.